I'm leaving, bro. This is great.
No, you're not.
And you haven't got to slam the gavel on the button a few times and say order in the court. Would you? Oh!
Objection,
Objection, I'm going to touch you.
I'm adding a sentence. Decastration.
Okay. Where's the cross dress?
Back.
Why is no one looking at me?
Exactly.
No, he's shooting the jury. He's shooting the jury.
Chickens are the jury.
He is the jury.
I think.
Objection. We need a
I don't know
smoke
if that's
alarm.
a real.
Court now. That means you automatically are guilty.
That's not how
Yeah.
that works.
No, it is.
That is
I'm
in
the
fact how
judge,
it works.
so actually I'm the one who says
Exactly.
what is true.
Yeah, well,
Waiting for someone.
listen, you should open the trial proceedings.
Nah.
I literally wrote you a guide on how to do it.
You did?
Someone give him a
Right up.
moved over here because I could see better.
I'll send you a link.
That's fair. I'll move.
Probably
I'll send
be
you a link to
spread
Barco.
out. We gotta make it seem more full than it is. You're
That's
sitting
true.
next to me again. I'm
No,
not.
I'm
Gonna
gonna
make
sit
it
here. I'm
seem
gonna sit here.
more empty.
I got a good view
I'm
here.
gonna stay right here.
Okay, so
We got a nice full court here.
Yeah, perfect.
Wow.
I'll sit.
Wait,
Okay.
That's a really sad court.
but don't worry.
Yeah.
I got this, guys.
We
Judge
got this.
introduces the case.
Thanks. Yo, we got to kill
Alright.
for that.
Oh.
I think.
Is
No,
this
wait.
allowed?
No, this is the
Misconduct?
jury. It's the
Misconduct?
jury.
Misconduct?
Stop killing the jury, please.
I'm not killing the jury. I just gave more jury members.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's
That's
shooting
what
the
I'm saying.
jury. He's shooting the jury.
Dude,
Chickens
I'm
are
giving
the
it
jury.
He is the jury.
I don't care, dude. I'm racist against
Bro,
chickens.
misconduct.
So many bullets in the courthouse.
Objection.
There's so many bullets. All right, I guess I'm just in here.
Austin's sitting where 50 Cent shit's at.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you
Glad you
read
can
my
make the-
review yet or not? It's like, I put it up right
Wait,
now.
let me read. This shit sucks. Let me help you there.
I couldn't even see that.
hate
There's
the-
no way you
Jeez.
wrote all of this up, bro. It was not this deep.
I hate the tree. Wait, what are they called? Pillagers.
What are you reading? What is this? What's happening? Oh,
I didn't even see it.
Is that racist or no?
I think so.
Can this be added to a sentence?
I would have just used like ChatGPT, no lie.
Bro,
That's what I thought you did at first.
that's the document I gave to everyone else. I have 3 pages of trial notes for myself.
Okay.
Why?
Can't possibly do that.
I have come here to counter Sue Owen at the end of this. Okay, well now we
Are
can
we
start.
starting?
Okay. Because Mason doesn't know anything, should I introduce it? I'll be as
No.
as factual.
No,
Okay.
Mason, no. Order of events.
Okay.
This is all on camera, by the
Hello,
way.
everyone.
Wait, he
Men.
doesn't know wait, does he not know what the case is?
No, he has no idea what the case is.
Hello, men and women.
Hi.
Fuck you.
Today we're gathered here for the lawsuit of that guy.
Wait, never mind.
That guy's he's being sued
Yeah.
by that one
Hi.
for some sort of
Well, no, technically I'm being sued by Austin.
I
Well,
don't know
yours is the
why.
victim. I'm the one running it.
so anyway, take the ground. Yep, go.
Me?
Go
All
on.
right.
Yeah.
No, I plead not guilty.
Okay.
It's that easy.
Okay, good for you, man.
Opening statement from. Okay, I'll just read out the order of events. Opening statement from prosecution.
Okay. We the prosecution stand to accuse the defendant, KrashXZX, aka Kieran Kellett, of obtaining a large sum of counterfeit money equal to approximately $2 million despite a promise made to attempt to not exploit in the server. Well, I mean, I guess I guess I'm just stating like what I stand to do. I'm accusing you of fraudulent money.
I mean, it's not a fucking opening thesis statement.
Okay, you are.
Oh my
You
God,
got
I'm
scared.
Comments from the fucking peanut gallery over here.
This guy thinks he's John Law. Okay, we're accusing you of yeah, fraudulent money.
All right. 1 second. Members of the jury. Today I stand before you to defend my innocence. The crime of which I'm accused is tax evasion. Taxes, while often considered a payment to the government, which I remind you, the jury, we have not had an election for. It's been delayed 500 times. However, what taxes really represent is a contribution to society, and the society we have built around us has largely been constructed by my client, myself. But you have to remind yourselves that you are one of free will. So I encourage you to consider all possibilities, including the possibility of guilt, the possibility of being not guilty, or even jury nullification, in which a specific case is chosen to be identified as an exception to the law I'm accused of breaking. I'm not the wrong one. I will now let, oh my god, shut the fuck up.
Your Honor, he's saying I'm accusing him of tax evasion. That's just not true. I'm accusing him of counterfeit money.
Yeah, they're not remotely
That's not
the
even
same crime. Yeah,
Owen
there are
literally
no
met-
taxes. He can't
I
evade
said that as a
taxes.
bit the whole time. I'm actually accusing
He
you of
can't
counterfeit
evade taxes.
money.
There are no taxes to
There are
evade.
no taxes. You evaded no taxes. You are in possession of $2 million of counterfeit money.
Your
Yeah.
Honor,
That's the crime.
I enter into the bar stools evidence. Owen saying I'm on trial for tax.
Yeah, that was satire.
You're not
It's not the
actually being
same.
sued for tax evasion. The crime you're being accused of counterfeit money.
I don't know how a bit stands legally, but I'll say this is definitely a blow to the Brooks representation.
I suppose we can move on to call any witnesses to stand now that we both made our defenses. I'd like to call Austin to the stand as my witness. Could you tell us?
Wait, hey! First, you gotta swear him in, otherwise he can lie.
Austin, do you
No, the judge swears him in. The judge swears him in.
Hi.
Oh,
Bochi,
someone's mic.
say?
you need
Not
do
your side.
you
Legit.
Oh,
Ow!
sorry, guys. This is why you don't make the judge mad. Do you have a Bible? No. Okay, it's fine.
I
Do
got my
you
hand on
swear?
Yokosuba.
All right, swear on that you are gonna tell all the truths, and if you don't tell the truth, I banish you to hell.
Yeah. I got my hand on it too. I feel like I
Count
don't
sworn
want to
into me.
Okay. Austin, could you tell us what happened a few nights back? I don't remember the exact date. But a few nights back,
Okay.
when you happened to check the balances of the server, could you tell us what you saw?
Okay, so what happened? I was just minding my own business. I was making work on my big old tower. It's very nice, very in the ocean. And I happened to check my balance near the end because I wanted to see how much it had gone down since. And I actually found out about the /balance command, which everybody can use.
So I'd like everyone to do /balance right now in the jury and view KrashXZX's net worth.
So I happen to have
Not
come
with
across.
laptop.
I have come across this command that I found out you can do, and then I discovered a large amount of money that could not have been generated naturally, as I am on the server most of the time.
Objection. He's speaking to a claim he cannot properly have evidence for.
You said her too much. You sound like a dumbass.
Motherfucker. Counter objection.
Okay.
Counter objection. He is literally the one who built the financial system, and as someone responsible for all the prices, it is well within his authority and things he should know that whether or not that would be an obtainable amount of money through legal means on this server. He is in fact an expert on this subject and would be best equipped to make an effective guess of anyone here.
I recuse my objection. I make a new objection. Look behind you.
Awesome. Okay, so Kieran, as the accused, I will give you the opportunity, before we jump into full assumptions that money was obtained illegitimately, could you describe to us how you obtained such a huge sum of wealth, which for everyone in the jury...
I do not have to answer questions while I'm on stand.
Well then, we'll call you onto the stand later.
Just call him onto the stand now. Or keep questioning Austin and then whatever.
If you don't come up and answer it now, this is gonna look really bad for you because I have a lot of evidence.
I don't have to do it until you call me to stand.
Okay. Austin, okay, continue with your story, Austin, of finding the large amount of balance and the further investigations you made.
Oh, well, really, there weren't too many investigations to be made after. I had noticed this amount of money, and there had already been a track record of exploitation in the past that was patched out the same day. I had thought that was the biggest patch in the shop system, but clearly there was something wrong, and I couldn't find anything according to it. I looked into the commands that had been put in of the day, and there had been no record of any such commands. And since the commands get wiped every now and then, I say every couple days, there was no evidence of this to be of these exploits to be found. But there was also no proven legal way for this to be done in such short time.
Austin, as another witness and manager of the server, I do believe there was a secondary piece of evidence you found which largely increased the amount of money that Kieran is in possession of. Would you care to share what you found?
Now, I don't know which one. Oh yeah. So yeah. I have the availability to actually look into people's inventories and such, and to monitor the safety of our community here, our humble community. Make sure no illegal weapons are here, unlike some people here. I had looked into it to find that there was the elytra here, which if the people of the trial go into the shop in the miscellaneous section, you see right there that is not meant to be bought. So
it is worth $999,000. It is worth $999,999.99, which we might as well, for the sake of the trial, round up to $1 million, which puts Kieran's total value at approximately $2 million at this point.
Objection. I don't think we need to round up.
It's approximately $2 million, a little bit lower. It is, with your current balance, it would be $1,891,000. And
Damn.
Kieran, can you confirm?
Which is more than 10 times the next person. I would like the people of the jury to note.
Okay. That's all we wanted from you for now, Austin. You're all good.
No, my turn to cross-examine.
Yeah, it's your turn.
all right, back in the coop.
Hi, Bull. Good to see you.
Hey.
Now, I'd like to start my questioning by asking. I would like to reconfirm. You manage the server, is this correct?
This is correct.
And this is just for the sake of history here, but who was it that suggested that we should start a server?
You, me, and maybe Owen.
Objection! Legal witness!
Objection! You're leading the witness.
You said when he didn't know what the
I
elytra
said it
is.
first, jackass.
You said elytra.
But that's because it's a piece of
You
evidence.
didn't
You
object.
know what I was referring to. I needed to. He already found the elytra. I wasn't giving him a piece of information he didn't remember.
I've already gone through 6 lobotomies and I already have brain damage. I don't really remember.
I can
things
pull up
now.
the evidence right now. I can show the message.
Okay, fine. We'll go on with the story that you suggested starting the server.
All right, but you can confirm that is what happened to your memory.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Austin, I would like to confirm that you are the one who controls the shop.
Yeah.
So when this so-called exploit was found in the shop, somehow that I may have illegally gotten this money, it was under your management that allowed this to happen.
Well, actually. Oh, I do not remember that.
Anyways, and was not the one, and as you can confirm, Austin, you are the only one who could control the prices of things in the shop. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in my introductory statement, I made the claim that I had been a contributor to society. Aside from yourself, who would you say has the most playtime on the server?
I would have to say Christian.
And aside from Christian, who has the most playtime on the server?
You.
All right, so you would consider me in the top 3 of the most active players.
Yeah.
And to continue this line about community involvement, is it to your knowledge that due to your Wi-Fi problems that sometimes turn off at 12, is it true that I sometimes will get on for the pure purpose of allowing others to join the server later, and I will AFK so the server can maintain running when you do not have the ability to turn it on?
I mean,
Your Honor,
I wasn't aware of that
where are
fact.
you getting with this?
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the trial or the
Yeah,
crimes you
irrelevant.
committed. This is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Counter objection. It speaks to the quality of my client.
Yourself.
My client. You can see him right there.
Mason, what do you have to say about this?
It's the judge's turn, whether it's relevant or not.
Yeah, just speed it up, Crash.
Okay, I'll speed up. Bold, for my final question, I would like to ask you, if you have no proof of how this money was made, how can you know that it was done illegally?
Objection. We do have proof. We have not presented the evidence yet.
I actually do have proof.
Oh.
I would now. Okay. I don't know when's the order of when I'm supposed to present evidence, because I would like to present evidence to the court.
Yep.
Sure. It goes. You do your.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to present evidence to the court. So Austin, while you're still on the stand, can you confirm to us? I don't remember the exact date, but can you confirm to us that a while back, Kieran came to you after discovering an exploit that bricks sold for significantly more than you could purchase them for, and he reported that exploit to you?
Mm-hmm.
Can you also confirm that this server and were taken before, well, not the screenshots, but those shop logs are from before that exploit was reported? Can you also confirm, just so that there's no accusations made of the elytra being planted evidence or anything, can you also confirm that this elytra...
Pretty sure.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, there's without a doubt, beyond any reasonable doubt, that Kieran obtained his $2 million through purchasing bricks, which were at an extremely low price, and reselling them for a much higher cost. This is a blatant exploit of the economy, which you may say could be Austin's fault for allowing to go in, but I will point to one of the biggest pieces of evidence as to why Kieran stands guilty today. Early on in the server, and I will have Austin to attest to this, I will have myself attest to this, I will have Leah attest to this, I can even have Mason attest to this, that you, KrashXZX, early on in the days of the server, made a promise to try to not exploit the economy.
I would like to make the claim. I said try not to find exploits in the economy.
But you did. And you exploited them.
I never said I would exploit. I said I would try not to find.
That is not true. You said you would try not to exploit the economy. You did not say try.
I said try not to find.
You said you would try not to exploit the economy. Can anyone else attest to this?
Yes.
It's 3 words against yours, Kieran. You said you would try to not exploit the economy, and yet here you stand, having produced $2 million through your bricks, standing against your promise made to us. You may try to claim that you have been a good community member and you're contributing back to the server, but I would like to say that you have betrayed our trust and the respect between the members of this server by going against your promise and behind our backs for your own benefit. Many of us on this server have worked very hard to accumulate the wealth we have and put in a lot of time and resources to acquire the resources we have to build the things and construct the projects we want to create on this server. You, KrashXZX, may claim you're giving back to the server with everything you do, but I would like to claim that is devaluing the hard work of everyone else, as you, with a near unlimited pool of resources due to illegitimate money, are able to mass produce builds and construction at a rate no other player can compete with. Meaning you are taking up land, you are taking up space, and you are making it much harder for anyone else to function on the server because of your pool of resources that you did not work for. That is all. And would you also like to... Also, Kieran, I would just like to...
Wait, we have to wait for Mason to respond to my objection.
Okay.
Objection, he's testifying.
Funny, but a stupid bitch. Anyway, what do you want?
Kieran, I would also like you to confirm, is this $2 million that we... Well, the 1.8... the $1,891,000 million... That's not the right number. The $1,891,000, I would like you to confirm right now. Is that all the money you have?
Plead the fifth.
I would like to call Kieran to the stand as a witness.
Oh, do I get down now?
Fortunately,
Would you like to confirm that's all the money you have?
Plead the fifth.
Okay. Kieran, Kieran.
Wait, I haven't sworn him in. Wait.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Do you swear on the color blue to tell all the truth and shit?
I think I do, man.
You do swear on the color blue.
Can I lick that hammer?
Kieran.
What's up,
Do
Boogie?
you believe that you having this sum of money is for the betterment of the server?
Yes.
Do you believe you have done nothing wrong by owning this money?
Yes.
I would like you to answer me this then.
Ooh.
I did not mean to put on that armor.
I was gonna
Kieran,
get a beating.
Kieran, as
Objection,
the person-
intimidating the witness.
That was an accident. That was an accident. I deeply apologize, Your Honor. It was against my will. It was a misclick. Kieran,
I agree.
Also, it's
He
armor,
should
not a
be-
weapon.
As
his
it
neck.
was also armor, not a weapon. I would like to claim Kieran right now has stated that he thinks he has done nothing wrong with this money. Kieran, is it true that if you were doing nothing wrong with this money, there would be no reason to hide any of it?
Objection, calls for speculation.
I would like to present to the court 4 shulker boxes filled to the brim with hoppers, taken from Kieran's basement as evidence. Hoppers sell for $10 and are purchased for $10. He has turned some of his money into hidden assets to hide it from the court of law so that he himself could protect himself in case he was taken down, because he knew the money he had was illegitimate and he knew what he did was wrong. If your money was truly for the betterment of the server, you would have no reason to hide a secret stash.
Also, that means. Also, what does that bring his total to, Owen?
That brings his total up to, I believe, the amount in the hoppers is about $200,000. That brings him from 1,891,000. That brings him up to about 2.2 million dollars. 2.1. $2.1 million.
I'd like to respond to this. What you assume is a product attempted to be bought and sold back in case my money were to be taken from me, is actually resources for a project I've yet to build yet.
Would you like to elaborate on what that project is?
Yes, I was working on an expansion of the mail system so that mail could go directly from the FedEx to people's homes. I haven't had a chance to build it yet.
Can anyone attest to the fact that he has spoken about this project?
I've never heard of this
I've never
before.
heard
Can anyone attest to can anyone attest to me ever acknowledging a build I'm going to do before it's complete?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 90% of the time. I know.
We can still test you doing it.
Blow me. Am I done?
I suppose. Actually, hold on. Let me think quickly.
Wait, you got to give Crash. He might want to cross-examine himself.
Let me
You wanna
cross-examine
cross-examine
Crash.
yourself?
All right, Crash. Now, you stand here accused today of committing tax evasion, and by that I mean forgery. You are not Crash.
I'm a stand-in, so you're not
Okay.
talking to a wall.
He's a stunt double.
No, I'm gonna jump back and forth.
Yeah.
No, I need you to move. Okay. Anyways, what was it? What are you accusing me of? As if it's not tax evasion? 'Cause I had a lot of things written down about tax evasion.
You have counterfeit money
Counterfeit money.
and lying to all. You have counterfeit money. You have lied to the court.
I've never lied to the court.
Well, you lied about a promise. You've broken our trust.
Yeah.
You have been mishandling resources and therefore devaluing everyone else's hard work on the server.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
Uh,
is the money real?
Is
Yeah,
that money
that's my
real?
that's
Yeah.
my next. Oh wait.
I would like before you
No,
question
no,
if the
no,
money is real.
no. He just said the money's real.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I rest my. No. Anyways. Crash, if this money that you have in your bank account is to be considered counterfeit, how does it legitimately work and is legitimately created through the server's economy?
Money laundering.
Money laundering.
That is not what money laundering is. Is that the? Oh my God! I'm so sorry. The freaking just walked by outside. I had a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, that's our security guy, man.
I just looked out the window and I saw him creep walking.
Your Honor, he's trying to apply real-world laws to a Minecraft server where it doesn't necessarily apply. There's no physical money to be counterfeited. However, his money was gained through invisible means. There were no resources. He created money out of thin air. Normally in this universe, money needs to be created from existing resources. He used money to create more money.
Your Honor, isn't money a resource?
No.
No.
Oh, technically yes. Actually, I will have to agree.
But in this circumstance, where his money is not earned from selling resources he worked for, but instead buying and reselling the same item over and over again to infinitely duplicate his money, that is closer to a duplication glitch than earning more resources.
And are hacks allowed on this server?
I'd like to ask Golden Trash,
Huh?
is cheating allowed on the server?
I probably not. I feel like that would not be fun.
Alright, you said probably not, guys.
And do you believe that a duplication glitch would count as cheating or hacks?
Yeah.
Do you
Alright.
believe that buying and reselling the bricks counts as a duplication glitch?
I mean, I don't know if duplication glitch is the right term. It's still like an exploit, yes, but
And would exploits fall under the same category as cheating?
well, yeah. I fear that is basically the same.
Your Honor, I feel like this is a pretty clear cut and dry, slap-a-doodle-doo case.
We have. There's still a lot of court to go left.
Okay, but I'm still saying it because he can always declare whenever.
That's not true.
He's the judge. He does what he
While I
wants.
do declare.
No, I fear
I
judges are the ones who declare it done.
Yeah, but it's juries who deliberate. And I haven't even had a chance to call any of my witnesses yet. We're still on your side of the case.
Okay.
Oh, are we done with me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Do you have any more evidence or witnesses you care to call?
Not right now.
Not for the moment.
You make your case.
Okay. I go to the stand, Leah.
Alright.
Swearing.
Do you swear on something that you think is important that you'll tell the truth?
Yeah.
Alright.
Man, we lowering the bar every time now. Anyway, Leah, you are a prominent builder in the server.
Yes, I am.
Would you consider that the builds are what make the server?
Yes.
Would you consider the builds I've made so far to be of high quality?
So you've admitted to me yourself that they're riddled with flaws. So I feel like I've been backed into like a corner here.
What's up,
Oh,
Leah?
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
He's looking through the fucking window.
Like,
Answer honestly, Leah. Honesty under the court.
I mean, I think some of his builds are nice, but like, frankly, some of them are a little slapdash.
Please provide an example. My feelings are on the line.
Okay, your observatory.
True.
Wow.
It's slapdash. It doesn't look good. It's hollow. It's full. It's basically a mob spawner. Like,
Wow.
I wouldn't call that a high quality
Hurting
build.
my
I'm sorry.
feelings. Hurting my feelings.
I agree.
As an artist, do you feel artistic expression is important to the server?
Yeah, sure.
I would have preferred a more definite answer, but alright. Do you feel that artists are often limited by an economic climate around them?
He's gonna
Kind of
provide-
embarrassing, if I'm being honest, that like people are building things at like a way higher caliber with way less money.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
She did.
Would I say that I did?
You answered a different question.
You're
mentioned
trying to
rich
lead the
cabinets.
witness.
What's
You're trying to
happening?
lead the witness. I know what you're trying to get at here.
Yeah, I feel very led right now.
Objection.
I feel like Denji in that Chainsaw Man opening where he's getting like walked on a leash. Kind of like I don't like it. It's
Objection,
too
that's
creepy
hot.
for me.
Or me on
Your Honor.
Wednesday.
Objection, Your Honor. He is
Y'all
leading
need to like.
to try to say things that will be taken out of context to later prove his point.
I could agree that I felt like the witness was being slightly led by the question.
All right. I'll change my line of questioning. Leah, you are currently producing a very nice build on the server, may I say? That is
Yes, I am.
that is charged.
Yeah.
Have you not accepted help from these KrashXZX and in fact requested it?
I have, but in your own words
No,
that
no,
you
no,
admitted to
the
me.
question is over.
Hey,
No, let her speak. Let her
no.
speak. Let the witness speak. The witness
You
is allowed to
can
speak.
do it when it's your turn.
The witness is allowed to
You
speak.
can
In your
handle
words.
the truth.
The truth is that
In
you're
your
going to
words.
jail, bitch.
I am in the jail.
in your words that you said to me, it was about 90% my work to 10% yours.
not saying-
You've
I'm not
only
saying-
done the floor, which has since been edited by other people.
I'm not
Oh,
saying that.
I saw pickaxe threatening the witness.
I do not have a pickaxe. I literally would never.
You did
can
hold
see
on a
one.
pickaxe. I can attest. I saw it.
I don't have a pickaxe.
It's on the floor.
So Owen threw that to me.
I don't own a diamond pickaxe.
Yeah, he's not poor.
Anyway, sorry, I lost myself. Okay, first of all, I did not ask any questions about percentage. I just asked if you would ask for my help at any point, and you said yes.
Yeah, she gave a detailed
Yeah,
answer.
and I also asked for Austin's help, and I also asked for Christian's help, and I also asked for Owen's help.
Yes.
A bunch of people had minor parts assisting me throughout the project.
All right, that seems fair. I think I'm good. Owen, your turn.
Okay. Leah,
Hi.
this is gonna be a fun one. Do you feel as if Kieran's builds are creating too high of a saturation in the server and cramping up the space for other builders?
Yes.
Do you feel as
Objection. Hurts my feelings.
Hurting feelings is not against the law, unfortunately.
It's against the law of my
though,
heart.
Leah, can you also attest to
Hi.
the fact that Kieran is able to build at a speed and magnitude that feels impossible to keep up with?
Yes.
Can you attest to the fact that it feels as though you are, as he said, that you as an artist are limited by economic factors and he is not?
Yes, absolutely. When I had to build my church, a stone I wanted to use, Blackstone, it's kind of fucking tedious to get naturally, so I have to purchase a lot of it. I have about $6,000 compared to Kieran's $2 million. It is not like it's not the kind of thing that like making those purchases. It does not hold the same weight that it like for him that it would for me. And it does put like a damper on what materials I will use and how much of it I can use, for sure.
Can you also attest to the fact that
Pause.
Yeah.
Richard's been muted for a while. Is he still here? I feel like we have an issue. What if the jury guys hasn't been here the entire?
He might be in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just
Go
Alright,
piss, girl.
okay.
I mean, they.
Alright.
True.
Can you attest to the fact that it feels demotivating at times to try to keep up with the level of production that Kieran is putting out?
Yes.
That is all.
Am I done?
I
G.
don't wanna-
Yeah.
Do I get a
you're
chance to call up? Do we get chances to recall up witnesses?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna call up you now if you don't mind. I call you up to the stand. Swear I'm in.
Owen, do you swear on Fifi that you'll tell all the truths and
I'm
stuff?
going so far. I'm swearing on Fifi and Sam.
Wow. All right. He's really the truth
It's
teller.
gonna be really bad if you lose the court, and I have to send this video to her.
Yep.
Hey, well, I'm gonna tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Now I just got sent 8-ball by a girl I turned down yesterday. That's cool. Anyways, but now
Yes, and many of the decorations along those paths, I think, take away from some of the natural beauty and scenery of the server. Walking past some of the
objection. He's not a fucking naturist. Cuck him.
Objection. He's allowed to. The witness is allowed to finish his speaking.
Yep.
Well, he did. He's not gonna fucking say yes or no.
Many of the paths were carved by you, but that just takes a shovel. That just takes a shovel. Anyone can carve paths. Many of the builds along those paths that are built by you, I find just clutter the space and do not contribute meaningfully to the scenery of the server. Unlike some builds.
Objection.
that
If you look outside the
about.
window of the courtroom, you'll see the giant cake I built. I think that contributes.
I disagree.
Of the people in the courtroom who likes cake.
I mean, I
Because
like.
we like cake, that doesn't mean we like. Doesn't mean we like your
I
cake
like
build.
cake, but I dislike the big cake building.
Objection hurts my feelings.
Objection, not a valid grounds for objection.
True.
Anyways, Kieran, do you have more questions for me?
Probably. Let me think.
Objection, unprofessional.
Objection lies
That's
down.
us.
Objection, I'm gonna touch you.
Objection.
I feel threatened. Okay. That kind of wasn't expecting that one. Okay. Mr. Judge, permission to treat the witness as hostile.
What?
I don't know. What does that mean?
Means we're gonna get a little freaky.
I don't want to be hurt. I don't
Are
want to be
you
hurt.
going
I mean,
to
I have no
hurt-
ill intent or going to harm
I
anyone.
can't hurt you. Just with my words.
That's fine. You can be mean to me.
are you going to verbally assault our witness?
Okay, in the terminology sheet I gave everyone, asking for permission to treat the witness as hostile allows for more aggressive questioning, but it should only be given under specific circumstances such as a request.
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Great. Owen, I would like to talk about the scenery of the server.
Yeah.
You say that my builds contribute to a cluttering feeling. However, I can't help but notice.
Objection, that was not the wording he used.
I didn't say that.
Objection, you're paraphrasing.
I'm paraphrasing, blow me. Owen, you say.
Objection, sexual harassment. I am a woman, he can't talk to me like that.
Speak. You mention the cluttering of builds. However, from every point that the server has paved, you can see the Erd tree. It remains unfinished. You've had ample time. Why
I've
is
been
it not
working on it.
complete? And how is it different from what I'm doing?
To a position that people agreed upon and people were in support of the construction of the Erd tree, and I've had help from countless parties in the construction of the Erd tree and countless support across all server members in building the Erd tree. It is one singular build. Yes, it is large, and yes, it is visible. Let me finish.
No,
but
you're
it is...
testifying. Objection. Judge, tell him to shut the fuck up. He's yapping.
He doesn't look black to me. He can't testify. Overruled.
What?
Nice. So my build also, yeah. What does this have to do with fake money? But my
Speaks to the character of the witness.
My Erd tree is got support of much of the server. Yes, it is incomplete. Yes, it is not as pretty as it will be when it is done, but it is still a work in progress, and it is one small build. I would also like to add a
Small?
because I can. Well, it's big, but it's one build, and combined, the total space you take up with all of your builds is greater than the space the Erd tree takes up. And I would also like to attest to the fact that every other build I have made is very space conservative. My house is in a wall. The Eternity Devil is within a wall. Spirits of Such Consultation is built on top of an existing building and made to blend in. I am very space conscious, and I am very conscious of over-cluttering the server.
Owen has once tried to build the man himself who made the mimic, and only was stopped based off us begging him not to.
Objection, it was one singular idea that I made as a bit and was not going to fully commit to it.
Objection, also additionally, he stopped once told not to.
Same. Yeah, same with 9/11. I almost built 9/11. I'm gonna build the Twin
I
Towers.
stopped
had
when
all
asked
the
to
blocks,
too. Matter.
But we don't get the chance to ask you to stop because you don't tell us what you're building until it's done.
Wait, continue about
Yeah.
9/11?
I almost
9/11 was an
built 9/11.
inside job. Christian's still not back.
No, he's moving.
No, I'm just muted. I was here the whole time.
Okay, even when we were
I
asking
can
if you
take a
were
little
here.
peep. Oh, except for then,
No,
I was
he
taking a
in the
little pee
bathroom.
break.
Yeah, like
In that exact moment. The rest of the time I was there.
I would like to call Christian to stand to prove his toilet is filled with pee.
I get to cross the examine.
I was doing a bad. I was doing a bad. Doing a bad.
Get out of here!
Is in your opinion, is KrashXZX, and more importantly, Kieran Kellett, a man of good character?
Questionably.
Look at the fucking cross him. He's mean.
Guys, the creaking are so much. We gotta hurry this
want
up.
to examine the witness?
This is a server where people don't own land, but alright. Additionally,
Objection. Suffocation.
Means he is using Christian shovel.
Wrong. Christian gave it to me. He gifted it to me.
so
Still
it is
using
his
a
shovel.
you did not obtain.
Oh, he's shaking his head. He's shaking his head. Christian,
And
did you give this shovel willingly?
has a gun.
Oh,
he gave it back.
I actually need that.
I gifted it to him temporarily.
I asked you.
and has
You
Christian
made
and Christian has to give it back.
I've made a new shovel.
Christian, have you asked for it back?
I don't remember.
No, you
I
did not.
probably haven't. Then I probably haven't.
Thank you, Christian. I appreciate it.
He is using Christian shovel to flatten the land, and he is using fire to burn forests so that he can attempt to make the land much more flat and grassy.
Objection. Crumpet was literally lighting the court on fire 1 minute ago.
He was
That's fine.
he was taking a smoke
Robert
break.
can do whatever he wants. Leave him alone.
From my church build, wherein he took the dirt without asking and began to use it to terraform land without my knowledge, even though I needed it. to actively perform a build. The court, Kieran has $2 million in his wallet and is more than able to purchase enough dirt for himself.
Objection. This incident happened before I got that money.
Dirt only costs $3.
I mean, that money I didn't have.
Objection, you are still wealthy as hell.
Objection, he just confessed to the crime.
I'm not under oath. Fuck you.
You were sworn under oath a second ago!
Oath's over now.
Could you
Nope.
say that?
You're claiming that as moot. Half of the things you've said.
You can say no. You can't.
Your Honor, can I kill him?
No.
Whoa! Okay.
Mason, do you sustain or?
Your Honor, can I kill him? Consider I'm a woman.
No. Though this does bring up a good point. So, like, what do you like? What exactly are you suing him for? Like money, or are you suing him so you can go to
It's the
jail?
exploitation of the money. It's the exploitation.
Well,
of the
okay.
money.
What
Yeah,
happens?
yeah, but like,
What happens at the end of this is me and him give closing statements, or Lee, I don't know who's giving yours, and then the jury goes for a verdict, and they'll either vote me guilty, not guilty, hung jury, or a jury annulment.
I think
not
the
a
jury's
jury
pretty
list.
hung.
I mean, I don't. Okay.
Well,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know why he's arguing so much. He looked at this, and this fine, and the sentencing includes fines, death, prison time, community service,
I'm
and
still
parole.
just saying. I don't want you to lead the judge. You are. Those are some.
Brother, I have death on mine. I don't know what more
Those
you
are
want from
some
me.
suggestions, but you can do literally anything you want.
I like it. Okay, I don't know what more you can give me. I mean, the only thing that's
Provoke
not on there
access
is
to the
torture.
shop.
Who's next to the shop?
No.
I'm
Okay,
adding
anyway.
a sentence. Decastration. Continue.
Okay.
Does anyone else have a?
Wait. Decastration.
Yep.
Anyways, what I'd like to, can I call Bold to the stand one more time?
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bold, did you make that elytra available to buy in the shop?
What? No. Not really.
Is it available? Can you purchase it in the shop? Yes or no?
Sorry, something just happened. Yeah, you can.
Objection. The problem here is not that he's in possession of an elytra. It is the value that the elytra is worth. It is the fact that he has the money to buy it, not the fact that he owns it. There's no issue with him owning an elytra. It is the fact that the money was gained through
Allegedly
illegitimate
owns an elytra. Allegedly.
I can also get more proof if you guys need it.
Yeah, like it's not
That
allegedly.
is testifying.
He's
That
wearing
is
it.
proof.
He's wearing it.
I will give him that is pointedly testifying.
No proof.
Oh yeah, I don't think we have
Anyway.
proof, guys.
Judge objection. I can do that now. I get the fucking point.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, leading the witness too a little bit.
Not really.
Kinda shady. Can't say. I'll fucking come back. He's still here. Would this be cross-examination?
Yeah.
This is a courthouse.
Okay.
Nothing Austin.
Cool, cool. Austin, is it true that you told me you liked the Grand Budapest build when it was done?
Yeah.
Is it true that when it was not complete yet? I
Objection,
asked you
cherry picking.
Objection.
Yeah.
We need a
I don't know
smoke
if that's a
alarm.
real.
Yeah, I think that one's more pressing, guys.
It's sustained. That one is sustained, actually.
Correction, shoot! One of the witnesses is dead!
Ah!
Not a witness, man. Sorry, one
Yeah,
of the
I
jury's
didn't mean
dead.
it. I didn't
Uh,
mean
All
shit.
right. Well, I
didn't
think
mean
we
shit.
found our next courtroom that we have.
Anyways, alright. Austin, I think you're good to leave the stand. I'm not gonna cross-examine you.
This is a different type of court
Well,
for
not
that.
cross-examining. Where's the cross-dressing?
Facts.
Crazy.
Why is someone looking at me?
Your Honor, I plead femboys.
Rock.
Sustained.
Judge, just gonna run this by
Cannot,
you one more
cannot have
time.
the kid assembly.
Judge, just gonna run this by you one more time. Remember, you could always have an acquittal of this case.
I don't know what that word means.
What?
Acquittal means that you say that I'm innocent.
Objection, leading the judge.
Objection, the judge is really smart and kind of hot.
Objection,
Objection,
seducing
I'm
the
going to
judge.
touch you.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm kinda ready to make a closing statement.
Let me see if there's any more evidence I want to present.
And you have presented zero evidence, just claims.
Yeah.
We want to like look around. We can like point out cool builds I did and be like, is
We've
that
spent
cool?
this entire time arguing that your builds are gained through illegitimate means and they devalue the work of others.
And that the observatory looks like ass.
Okay. What if we don't count the observatory?
Okay. I'm gonna make
I'm
my
a-
closing statement. We are counting the observatory. Your Honor, I believe Kieran James Kellett, aka
Objection. Why is it you gotta make a statement?
I'm gonna touch you.
We work as a team.
Is guilty of counterfeit money and exploiting the shop which, as Austin has stated, as a server owner, is considered cheating and should not be allowed, which goes against the promise he made to us to not exploit, and devalues the work of many others on the servers, and allows him to build at a rate that is impossible to keep up with, and devalues the work of everyone else who has to grind for every single thing they build and create.
Is that a charge?
Yes, he's charged with being a bitch.
Wait, can you repeat that the entire sentence? Or
I think.
How is that illegal though? Like
Because he exploited
building
money.
a lot of stuff.
The money.
Okay,
Yo,
I
just
understand
stop it!
that.
Stop it! I would like to get my closing statement.
Okay.
All right. Shoot down if you don't mind. Let me watch you do it. Okay.
You.
Oh my God! He sat down. Wait, Judge, clip that. Clip that.
Alright, yes.
Judge, before the court ends, you haven't got to slam the gavel on the button a few times. Let's say order in the court. Would you? Judge, I don't know what that objection is, but objection.
Your Honor, that's the wither.
Your Honor, that's the wither. Your Honor, I played Flint and Steel. Okay. Let me. Okay.
Was it Flint and Steel?
No. Okay. Let me get my. Can I get my closing statement, please?
Order! Order!
I'd like to thank the members of the jury for hearing my case. I remind you, as I said in my opening statement, that what this argument really comes down to is a contribution to society. One I feel that I have made. One that I have proven time and time again.
Now with the
that I can.
observatory.
Not with the observatory.
If you feel that I have yet to prove my case, that is no fault but of my own. But if you're anything less than positive of both my guilt and the fact that the crime I committed was accused of committed. Oh fuck! I really.
Leading the jury.
Motherfucker! It's a.
Yeah.
I ask you to continue letting me. I ask you to continue letting me contribute to the world around us. I compel you to let me to do so. When you. I don't. Is he paying attention?
Sometimes.
Okay. Try to get on for the betterment of our server. You're still wearing enchanted shoes. And I remind you that you are able to vote not guilty, vote guilty, or nuh-uh.
That's a really
Nuh-uh.
Oh yeah, baby. All right, everyone cool for jury deliberation?
Sure, I suppose.
Okay, move them into a different VC, and then they come back with a verdict.
I don't know what's happening, I'm not gonna lie.
We're talking to the judge. We're talking to the judge.
You're paying
We're
them
talking
off.
to the judge. No, we want to know what's happening. We want to get some clarification. And
Yeah, I would say counterfeit money is a crime because it's an
okay, but what
exploit.
is that? No, but what does counterfeit money mean? Because there's no money. The money is like
Yeah, cause
it's like a digital. Is it
Counterfeit-
what-
fake?
it-
So again,
Yeah,
I understand.
it-
Explain the shop. We're considering a crime, but counterfeit money, I don't think is a thing. Why is Austin back here?
I don't know.
I mean, like it's in the world of the server, it's counterfeit money.
So we're gonna call it counterfeit because I understand like we could like exploiting fraud, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they didn't mention fraud a single time.
This is like the
Okay,
worst.
okay.
like,
So first of all,
thing
okay.
ever. They
I
just,
took notes. I
wait,
took
why
notes.
is there
Let's
another
not like
person?
that.
We decide.
Why, dude? We're talking to the judge. We're talking to the
stop,
judge. We're
stop.
talking to the judge. Okay, I took notes. Okay, let me
Can we
go
get
through
to the
this.
room?
Okay, I think me and
Wait,
Stefan will deliberate.
Hold on, wait, there's still Kieran and Leah in here.
No, they're not.
Are they?
Oh, okay, never mind. Let's
Okay,
first,
okay.
bro.
Me and my
Come to the
little brother will
deliberate.
deliberate now. We'll deliberate it now.
So wait, what? What?
So, like the weather we've been having.
I really hope he gets the death sentence because I have a really funny way to execute that.
My main question right now, as the judge, is like, so if I were to sentence him to like parole, what is that like actually? Oh, so community service means build something. I still don't know what parole means.
Also, I don't know if you saw, but there's a black sign up here that was placed called Poopsecution. I think that's pretty funny.
Okay.
I feel like more people in the jury have more sentencing to go through, considering Crumpet is an arsonist and Christian is a fucking serial killer.
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a demon.
Yeah, we'll get to them.
Yeah, we might get to them.
Sometimes I twerk, but you can't tell anyone that. Can we come up with what everyone's domain is? expansion.
Did you see that they're doing Among Us X Yakuza?
What?
Yeah.
Cinema. Remember when Nanami, Maki, and that other fucking dude had a hard time against Vega? Well, but then Daddy Long Dick touched down and
We got one question.
Yeah.
One
Give me
very
one
important question. You have access to the logs, right?
Yeah.
And you gave them to the defense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you give it to Kieran as well?
I mean, he never asked about it. That's the thing. It was literally accidental when I found it. You were in the call when I accidentally found out I could do that.
Yeah, I was.
And you did, you did help me find the way to find the evidence as well. So.
I did help a little bit.
So like.
So what are we saying on stuff on? So the logs are legal then, is what we concluded.
They're legal?
Because that's what Mason said. Mason said that if only Austin has access to them, then the logs are not valid evidence.
But he only gave them to the even.
And he only gave them to the prosecutors.
Oh, so but then
Only to Ellen.
doesn't. Oh, okay. I guess that's fair then.
So you're saying
No
those
wait,
are legal.
but doesn't it have to be like publicly available information? If it's not publicly available, then doesn't
well,
it have to be shared with everyone?
in a normal
No.
court, usually both sides will provide their evidence, but no one did that on either side.
So
Yeah.
no one did that. Okay. Well, to be fair to Kieran, he didn't really have evidence.
But I feel like that's Kieran's fault. But
Okay. Okay. So we're saying that are the logs legal or not?
well,
Because I think we think it's illegal, right?
Yeah, probably.
That's what we're thinking. We're thinking it's illegal because it's not something that Kieran would have ever known is possible to get.
Well, no, he's very much aware of the logs.
no,
and-
he knew they were possible to get.
Yeah.
Kieran
But
knows that they are possible to get.
He's known since the first day.
And
He just didn't ask for them. He knows that they're possible to get.
so we're saying that Kieran.
When Owen said we have logs, you could literally hear Kieran's reaction of
That's
going,
what I thought he was kind of surprised.
No, but here's
I
the
thought
thing.
he was kind of surprised. 'Cause, like he thought that. You were there. So when Kieran heard he got the logs, what did he sound?
You did sound a bit surprised.
That's what I
He
was
said.
saying.
He
So
said.
he
He
sounded
sounded. He
like
said. He
didn't
literally
know
said,
that.
"Oh no."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly.
I didn't think that was surprise. I thought
No.
that was him going,
Al-
"Oh
also,
shit!" Like,
Yeah,
they have logs.
because here's the thing.
Well,
The
you
reason-
should expect them.
But the reason why he knows about the logs is, first of all, he's been in VC when I show the logs on stream. Also, he's been calling me Big Brother because he knows I'm aware of every
Yeah.
command and
Is that-
transaction.
but is he aware of these type of logs? 'Cause
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
that-
Remember. You were.
He's 100%.
You were
He's
in
100%
the.
aware.
You were in the call and in the server when he did the respawn anchor exploit, and
But
I mentioned it. And I
were
mentioned
those
it
the
to him.
same logs?
Yes, the same
Those
logs.
The same. These are those logs.
These are the exact same logs.
Like piracy laws to this. Like downloading is okay, but sharing is not okay. Like it's not the fault of someone using pirated content. It's the fault that someone. Well, like shit. Like is it like that kind of idea?
I guess actually doesn't really make sense.
I guess. I mean,
Should've told him about it.
I think the part that's worse about it is that
Right?
he used it for an entire night and then told me about it and then told me to fix it.
Well, yeah, the
He told
thing
you
that they
after the fact.
He
'Cause
to-
we didn't
he-
get that. We were looking through things. I guess we can't really use that
He-
tidbit of information.
He told me
Within
to.
the thing, it wasn't mentioned. That's the biggest one for us because we didn't. Because if he told you about the exploit before it,
No,
we can't blame him.
he
right?
he told
In
me
the-
2.5 hours later after he used it to make $2 million.
Okay. I don't think we can use that bit of information.
Well, no, he didn't. Owen didn't ask. That's the issue, and it wasn't part of his case.
That's part of the problem too. Because Kieran mentioned that he told you about the exploit. He didn't tell us when.
Yeah.
So we can't assume anything about that other than the fact that at some point you did have knowledge. So I think what are we deciding and stuff on?
Wait, first of all, definitely not guilty of counterfeit.
Okay, we definitely not because the money's real. The money's real. It's not like fake
Yeah,
money. It's
yeah,
real
not
money.
Yeah,
Fake
they did
Counterfeit.
not label it
Yeah,
correctly
that's
at
really
all.
stupid.
Counterfeit. Okay, exploiting. I don't know if that's all.
That's
So
not
ex-
law,
It,
like-
it,
so
it,
we're
It's
saying-
a-
Austin,
You can't
as
real life,
as
there's no
the
real
owner,
life.
As the owner, it's on the same level as cheating as how speedruns classify
it's
exploits
labeled-
as cheating and to
yeah, it's
increase your-
labeled as
So-
cheating, so yes, it would be illegal. Like the exploiting
we're,
is.
we're based off of like the information because I took notes during the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of notes and it's like Owen's side. I think they threw a little.
They did.
Definitely.
They didn't give us information. Like they just said the amount of money got in this period of time is impossible. But like they didn't give us a period of time.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't-
They
that's
didn't
like
give us
opinion
information
based.
about that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
know anything about the economy.
Also, okay, the hoppers are definitely legal though, right?
No, they are.
Like stealing his stealing his stuff is just illegal.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
not what they're picturing.
Yeah, I
No,
think
but that's
I don't
part
think
of
he has
the
a warrant
Yeah,
for
they
that. I'm
broke
not gonna
into
lie.
his fucking house and stole evidence.
Like,
But
I
like-
don't think we can find him guilty with the information we were given during the trial.
Yeah, that's
the
the issue.
information
That's
you're
the
giving
issue.
us now makes it very obvious
That's
that
the
he's
issue.
guilty. But
That's-
during the trial, we
Yeah,
don't know if he told you about the exploit before or after.
yeah.
They
Like,
stole his stuff, which I think just degrades like them as a person. Like,
And, like,
how-
how truthful they can
yeah,
be.
exactly. If you're
Kieran
stealing-
could
you're
counter
steal- Yeah, Kieran could definitely countersue for the amount of operas they got stolen. From.
they could also sue
Okay,
you,
I-
Christian, for killing your brother in the courts.
Yeah, I could. No, but then Stefan would have to sue me, and I'd just kill him in real life. For killing him in court.
For me, I don't know if that's really that impossible.
I
They were
can-
saying it's 10 times.
Well,
cheaper than
okay, one thing they
Texas.
mentioned is that one piece of dirt is $3. That's the only thing they mentioned about the economy.
True.
That's the only bit of information we got. All they could tell you is that it's a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dirt. Okay, but that's all you know.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, you could have got that, and then that's legal evidence, right?
Yeah, this is legal evidence.
Okay, well then.
But it's not timed. Is it dated? No, there's no. Oh, there is date.
No, but he-
Okay, but we don't know the timeline at all. We know nothing about when
That's
this happened.
true.
We don't know when this happened. This could have happened like
Well, then he can't be guilty because we don't know when this happened.
we don't know anything about what's happened.
Yeah, like they didn't do anything. They just kept talking about like I hate your bill.
Yeah, it's kinda
So-
toxic.
There was no reason to talk about that at all. I mean, there was like a little bit of reason, but only if like all the other evidence was like both of the fights were equal. Then it would have mattered, like the personality of Kieran.
Yeah.
We don't know
He's
anything.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, well then it's done. He's not guilty.
Not guilty. That's where we're going.
Alright, wait. Let me join back colony.
Yeah, wait. You gotta wait for him to come back.
Yeah, we'll wait for him, then we're gonna join back.
Yeah,
Every-
I announced the verdict, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you announced the verdict. Yeah.
This might be the most disappointing trial for literally everybody.
Truly humble under God type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, are we ready to move back?
Yeah.
Just touchdown, chat. Also known as your judge, honor, and executioner.
Hi.
Anywhom, the jury has come to a verdict. And the jury being Trumpet and Christian, they have come to a verdict that the accused, KrashXZX, the defense, is not guilty.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Dude, we had no idea when anything happened. You guys gave us no information.
Yeah, your guys is
Yeah,
your guys
yeah,
is
yeah.
Stolen money.
Dude,
They-
did it?
terrible.
Our case was we just showed that he exploited the money, and then it's like, yeah,
Told them
Trumpet didn't know if $2 million was a lot of money
Yeah,
in
they-
the server
they
because you
didn't
guys
know.
didn't explain the economy at all.
I took so many notes.
Oh my
We
god.
know
God.
no evidence.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
vigilante justice.
No, no.
I-
Hey,
Also-
yo. Do not summon
They
the
also
leave
had
before I get
no
it.
timeline of
Prosecution.
events.
Go back to me.
Yeah,
They
no,
also
you,
had no timeline of events and didn't understand anything about like
actually
the
stop.
timeline of any of this
Oh,
happening.
actually stop. Can I? I want to talk about something that needs to be completely off the record. It can never be brought up in this courthouse again.
It will be put on the record.
I mean, you're definitely guilty, but yeah.
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 Okay, cool.
Oh,
I had expected this trial to go much differently.
Yeah, because it was meant to be about tax evasion. That was also another thing. But
So we forgot to mention.
Owen.
We also forgot to mention
I have a lever
counterfeit
under-
money is not the correct
yeah,
crime.
that doesn't make
At all.
I
sense.
didn't do my legal goddamn research. I was
Wait.
throwing the evidence that he
Wait.
cheated in money.
Yo, Bold, come check this out.
Get an escape route.
I had planned. Nobody flip that lever.
El
Nobody
Chapo.
flip the lever.
Let me just destroy it. Let me just destroy it.
There's
What
TNT.
is that TNT? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, dude.
Mason's dead.
Yeah,
He was gonna kill him.
everyone hop down the crash hole.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, I like her. I just lost $1 million.